first thing you've got to do obviously is try set up a boat that can actually take advantage of the power the engine will make. Dean is extremely good at that, and probably if it hadn't been anyone else had asked for the same thing, I probably would have stayed away. But knowing what Dean's history in the sport had been, seen him come into every class and work his way up in a pretty short time to winning, I thought, well, this is a good opportunity for us to prove something as well. And that's sort of exactly what happened. He started off with a fairly modest 1200 horsepower target, and then rumour had it that the Triple X boys were moving on to larger numbers, so then he asked for a bit more. And of course, no good having that power if you can't put it to the water, so the next thing had to come was the appropriate jet to harness it, and Dean's knowledge with the jet's pretty good. And yeah, the final combination, as you've probably seen, worked very well.
So what are you chasing with a jet boat engine over, say, a ski race engine? Is it instant torque, instant horsepower?
For sure. I mean, obviously a ski race engine's all about endurance, and you're not trying to accelerate the engine up and down like you are with a sprint boat. A sprint boat obviously has to come out of some of these corners, the tight ones, at a fairly low RPM by comparison, and then accelerate its way back up as rapidly as possible back to full speed. And the turbo lag is obviously a problem, maybe a little bit on the initial launch, but very, very small. And in our sport, we don't have a problem in that area. We actually have a moving start, so it sort of eradicates that a little bit. Lag is obviously part of the combination of the engine and the camshaft and turbos you use, but once you've actually established the turbo up to speed at the lower RPM, and you get the boat on the water and the load settles, the turbo lag is probably not as big a problem as some people think.
What has been the big learning curve with this engine, and what can you do moving forward?
I think having the appropriate time on the water with the motor and the boat as a package is going to be the thing that will allow it to step forward. Every time we've taken it out, we've been able to find something that's been holding it back. We sometimes actually limit the throttle a little bit just to sort of help make it a bit more drivable for Dean. But yeah, when we unwind the stopper, it's got any amount of power to do the job for sure. I think with the jet that we're using, you really do have to have a genuine sort of 1500 to 1600 horsepower to make the jet that we've got work. If you don't have those numbers, true numbers, you won't turn it with your right blades to suck the boat down onto the water to achieve maximum cornering efficiency. And that's where some of the guys have failed, I think.